I've just completed the world's biggest Wim Hof study, and I was a skeptic because I was a scientist, and I was like, yeah, I'd heard about Wim Hof and everything, and then we had this very philanthropic man, a billionaire, who said, who's friends with Wim, and said, oh, Wim wants to do some research. Do you want to do research? And I'm like, sure, but I came in with like a healthy dose of like, let's just see if it's really true, like all the claims that they make about it. And so, yeah, I became good friends with Wim, and he's been out here many times, and we got over 400 knowledge workers, so people who would not necessarily do the Wim Hof method, and we wanted to see if the Wim Hof method was really good for mental health, but also cognitive performance. And I knew that the Wim Hof method there's a lot of like wellness bros or people who can afford ice bars, who've got the time for ice bars. But I'm thinking, what about all those people who are marginalized in regional locations, can't afford ice bars, don't have access to it, don't have the time to do it? So what I did, we set up this study to see what's the difference between ice bathing and cold showers, because most people have got access to cold showers. Even if you're poor, you've got no time, you're out in the bush, you can find a cold shower. And so we looked at it, this study, we did it over 6 weeks, and we did baseline people, we put the Whoop devices on them, and then we got them to do breathing and cold showers, and then once a week we've got a group to do the ice bars. And wow, the data was unbelievable. So because we had physiological data, we had survey data, and we'd have groups would come together, and we'd have Zooms together and have meetings together, and people just completely changed. The data was incredible. And then we also looked at grief. In a subsequent study, we looked at how long does the Wim Hof method reduce the feelings that you get from grief. So we had some ex-special forces guys, we had people who'd had horrible things happen to them. And you know that feeling when you're in grief and you're in a black hole and you can't get out of, that funk, you can't get out of that dark place. We thought the Wim Hof method might just give people just a moment in time to just open up and see, okay, I'm going to get up and brush my hair, or I'm going to, call a friend, or I'm going to book that psychologist appointment. We wanted to see like how long we could give people a window of relief. And we found it, if you do the Wim Hof method, the ice bath and the breathing, it will give you relief for 3 to even 9 to 12 hours.